My name is Nancy Heitschuh, and I'm the Chief Nurse Officer here at Mark Twain Medical Center.
I'm Doug Archer. I'm the President and CEO here at Mark Twain Medical Center. I think a lot of things set Mark Twain apart from other hospitals if you consider all hospitals. So we're the only hospital in the community in the whole county of Calaveras. So we have the gift to be able to serve an entire community and try to be as many things as we can for that community. I think the size of our facility presents both challenges and benefits. Benefits is we're all connected. Often our caregivers are related to the person they're providing care to, or they have a relationship with in some way. Some of the downside to the smallness is we can't offer every service under the sun. It's not a safe thing to do for us to offer every possible medical service. But I think what we do very well, and what Calaveras County does very well, is we react very quickly to disasters, to adversity, to getting things done. We don't have to put up with or deal with or manage through as much of the red tape and the bureaucracy of some of the bigger areas, bigger places, because we're just a lot closer to the front line here. I can tell you, and I think it lends us to be more of a family and produce a little more coordinated care. And we're just closer to the action so we can make quicker changes and adapt faster. In the healthcare world, I think we are much stronger being part of a large organization. So for those that don't know, we're part of what's called Common Spirit Health. And Common Spirit Health is the largest nonprofit health organization in our entire country. Somewhere around 160 hospitals and about 150,000 employees. It's really, really big. So what that affords us is some benefits that we would not have as a small mom and pop hospital. We can leverage things like specialty care networks. When we transfer a patient from our ER to, say, St. Joseph's in Stockton, we have communication, we have relationships with their leadership teams. We know what their services are. They know what our services are. We have a transfer center system within our organization that helps manage those transfers, making sure we expedite the transfer, get the patient to the right place at the right time as quickly as we can. And quite frankly, healthcare is a challenging business, and our organization would not be as healthy as it is today if we were not part of a large organization. And I don't want to be negative or doomsday here, but I really don't believe we would have, this facility would not be offering the scope of services we offer today if we were not part of a large organization, so that we can leverage things like, well, just from a contracting standpoint, when we talk, we're Mark Twain, we're 320 employees, but we're part of Common Spirit Health. So when we call and we try to negotiate services with a big, emergency physician group, they listen. It's not 320 people in Mark Twain trying to say, help us. It's Common Spirit Health, the largest nonprofit in the nation. People kind of get out of bed to listen to that. So I think it gives us a lot of leveraging, a lot of presence, and a lot of power. The other benefit is we still believe as an organization that healthcare is a local commodity and needs to be delivered in a local way. And I can speak from being in other organizations, we have the autonomy in most cases to be able to take the resources from the enterprise, we'll say, and deliver those in a way that makes sense for Calaveras County. And to have the strength and breadth of all those resources to be able to do that and sustain that. So again, realizing that as a county we have a very strong feeling that we should be supporting independent local business, mom and pop type shops. But in healthcare, I think we benefit greatly from being part of a big, giant organization and still being able to have the power and the autonomy to make it local to our local culture here in Calaveras.
when we rolled out our COVID vaccine for the community. Some of the bigger hospitals didn't have clinics attached to them, and so they were sort of, I don't want to say strapped, but there was barriers for them to be able to provide vaccines to the community, whereas we were able to leverage our rural health clinics and our specialties center and Dignity Health and Common Spirit for providing the vaccine to us so that we could then provide it to the community very early on as soon as the vaccine was ready. We're very proud about the DAISY program here at Mark Twain. DAISY stands for Diseases Affecting the Immune System. And it started, I don't know what year, but it's been around for a few years. And the family of a patient, Patrick Barnes, who was in and out of the hospital and finally succumbed to his disease, he was taken care of by compassionate people, and most of them were the nurses. And they were there for not only Patrick, but also for Patrick's family. And so they wanted to give back to the nurses because they felt that the nurses gave so much of them to their family member, Patrick. And so we have an award that we offer twice a year, and it's called the DAISY Award. And I receive nominations from patients' families, sometimes their employees, and they will nominate a nurse for a story that demonstrated their compassion to the patient or the family. And it's really fun to read these stories. And so twice a year we come up with our committee, and there's 6 of us, and we go through all the stories and we choose a DAISY recipient. Everybody who is nominated gets an award, but the person whose story is really outstanding over everybody else, and sometimes that's very hard, they get an award.
The Chamber provides value to us and me personally because it gives that forum to have the mixers and have the social events where you can kind of get to know the other businesses, hear what their challenges are, hear what they offer to our community. And we're in healthcare. I mean, we run the only hospital in the county. A lot of time businesses, they're trying to recruit and retain staff. And a lot of times it's, if I'm going to move here for a job, what services do you guys have? We've worked with some of the organizations here when bigger companies are looking and evaluating on moving a business here. And one of the first questions is, what's your infrastructure? Do you have health care? Can my staff, if I move 50 people up here, can I get access to care? I was one of the fortunate judges at the Keep the Cheer Here event this last holiday season. And so it's also a lot of fun. And so that's an important part for me and for the organization too, because we work together to promote kind of a healthy economy. A healthy economy helps build a healthy culture, healthy people. We're I think the largest private employer in the county. So we're a huge part of the economic force here in the county as well. And so when you surround yourselves with other business leaders, I think you get the opportunity to get feedback and kind of help each other grow and be successful. So it's almost like the steering committee almost for the county, where we get feedback from people about what are we doing and what are we not doing, and what do we need to be doing as a kind of an economic steering committee to make sure this community stays healthy and vibrant and continues to grow. So I'm happy, just learned actually a little over 25 years as a member of the Chamber, and I think that's a huge feat. I think it's helped us a lot as an organization. I like to think that we've helped the Chamber a lot as an organization and helped us stabilize our economy. We want people to thrive here, and I know it's tough in a smaller economy like we have, but we want people to grow up here, go to school here, stay here, and thrive. And I think that's what the whole mission's about with the Chamber, and that's surely what we'd like to support too.
The vision for the Chamber is to build a healthy business community, like Doug said, and our vision is creating a healthy community for patients and people being healthy. A selfish note, one of the values of being a member of the Chamber is the leadership program. And me being a newer person to Calaveras County, I've only been here part-time for the last 10 years, full-time for the last 6, was the Leadership Calaveras program, which taught me a lot about what is out here, the businesses, etc., and things that I had no idea of. The other piece that I think that we can give back to the community is when we have celebrations, we can purchase from small businesses because we know who those small businesses are because of the Chamber. And so we can help purchase things to give as gifts for our staff, etc.
I've learned a lot about our community through COVID. And I think we demonstrate, and we do this very well. We work together and we pull together when we need to. And when the chips are down, when things are tough, I think that's where we shine. So if we as a hospital can be of any assistance to any new businesses or any old businesses, I guess my encouragement would be, let's talk. Let's communicate, let's help each other out. We've demonstrated that pretty well over the last year, but let's not let that go away when the pandemic starts to fade. Let's continue the dialogue. Let's continue holding each other accountable, but also helping each other grow stronger and share our thoughts and share our experiences with our services and just make each other better.
And if anybody needs health care, please give us a try. And if you have a wonderful experience, which I suspect you will, please share that with the community. If you don't have a stellar experience, share that with either Doug or myself so that we can make it better the next time. But I do think that you would be pleasantly surprised if you have to get your health care, whether it's in the emergency department or if you have an emergency surgery and need to be inpatient for a few days, you will be very pleasantly surprised at how well taken care of you are and how safe you are here under our roof.